Okay, here the question is find the minimum cost SOP, sum of product, and POS, product of sum, forms for this function here. The function is fx1, x2, and x3 is equal of sum of the minterm of 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, let's see what we get from here. This one is the variables, right? So we'll have this one here is the variables, and we have 3 of them. So we will need to use KARNAUGH method with 3 variables, right? So we will need to use KMap or KARNAUGH map. KMap with 3 variables. Okay, and the first thing that we need to do is draw the KMap. Draw the KMap. Okay, because we have 3 variables here, x1, x2, and x3, I will have it like this, x1, and then x2 here as the column, and then I will have x3 here as the rows. Okay, let's see on the vertical direction. We will have this one, 0, 0, and then 0, 1, and then 1, 1, not 1, 0. Why? Because we need only to change one bit at a time. And then we will have 1, 0 here. And then for x3, because we only have one bit, we have 0 here, and we have 1 here. Okay, maybe let's draw the separator line here to see it more clearly like this. Okay, now let's mark the minterm position here. Okay, here we will have 0, 0, 0. Okay, if we write it like this, 0, 0, 0, this is 3 bit, and this is 0 in decimal, right? So here we will have this one as minterm number 0. Okay, and then we will have 0, 0, 1. So here we will have minterm number 1. And do that for all of this cell here. So we'll have 0, 1, 0, that is minterm number 2. And then 0, 1, 1, that is minterm number 3. And then what else? We will have 1, 1, 0. 1, 1, 0 is 6, right? So we'll have minterm number 6. And then 1, 1, 1, that is minterm number 7. And then 1, 0, 0, that is minterm number 4. And then 1, 0, 1, that will be minterm number 5. Okay, I think that's all. Now we input the minterms here. Okay, let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 5. This is called the minterms. Okay, and how to do that? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 5, we input the 1 into minterm number 1, and then 1 into minterm number 2, and so on. So we will have 1 here. We insert it into minterm number 1. So we will insert 1 here. Good. And then the next one, we will have 2. So we input 1 into minterm number 2. Good. And then 3. So we input 1 into minterm number 3 here. And finally, we have 5. So we input 1 into minterm number 5. So look at this. 1, 2, 3, 5. We will have 1, 2, 3, 5. Right? And for the rest of the KMap, we fill it with 0. So we'll have 0, 0, 0, and 0. So if we write this with a maxterm, so we'll have pi. Pi is multiplication. And then capital M. And then where the position of all the 0 here. So I will have 0, 0, and then 4, right? And then 6 and 7. 6 and 7. So this is if we write it with maxterm. So this one is capital M, and so this one will be maxterm. If you see a symbol like this, that is the maxterm, right? Okay, now let's clean up the K-map, and we need to do the second step, which is group the ones for SOP, or group the zeros for POS. Okay, now let's get a clean K-map. Okay, maybe let's do the SOP first, and we need to group the ones by 2 ones or 4 ones or 8 ones, right? So we need to do grouping on SOP. So we group the one here. Okay, let's name this group here. So I group this and that. Here, this is the red group. And then the other group here, we also have this one here. And then it will goes here. So I group the second one here as the green group. Right? You imagine a Karnaugh map here as a ball or cylinder that you can go through this one. So one here will be connected to this one here, right? And so for the red group, we will have for x1 here is, okay, x1 here is exactly 0, right? So x1 is 0, and then x2 is 1. There is no change there, so we will have x2 is 1, and then x3 here we will have 1 or 0 or 1. So we will have x3 is either 0 or 1. And so for the red group here, we will have x1 here because that is 0. So we will have x1 complement. So I will have not x1. And then x2 is 1. So we will have x2 here. Good. And this will be an important value. For this one, we need to do the green group. Okay, maybe let's rearrange the text here. Now let's play the same game for the green group. So we'll need to do the green group. Okay, see this here. Okay, for x1, we can have either 1 or 0. So we'll have x1 is either 0 or 1. Okay, and then what is x2? x2 is also either, no, x2 is 0 and 0. So x2 has to be 0. And then what is x3? x3 is 1 here. So we will have 1 here. So for the green group, we only have this x2 and x3. So we'll have x2. And we complement this x2 because that is 0. And then we will have x3. And what is f? This one on the SOP form, the f of x1, x2, and x3, okay, that will be the sum of this term here, the red group, and then the sum of this one here, which is the green group. So we will have x1 not, or x1 complement x2, and then plus this one here. So we'll have x2 not, and then x3 here. So this one is the SOP form. Okay, and we have done the SOP form here. Okay, but we still need to do the POS form. Okay, let's clean up the board first. Okay, we have done the SOP, which is grouping by 1. But then for finding the POS, we need to group it by 0. Okay, so we have two groups here. We will have this group here, the red one. Let's name this red. And then the other one is this green group here. Let's name this green. Right? And let's see on the red group here. For x1, we will have, okay, either 0 or 1. So we'll have either 0 or 1. That is x1. Then for x2, we will have 0 and 0 here. So we will have x2 is 0. And then for x3, we will have this one is 0. So we'll have x3 is 0. Good. So we only need x2 and x3. So for the POS here, we will have this one here, but we don't get the XOR between them, but don't get the AND between them, but OR between them. So we'll have x2, because we work with 0 now, we don't complement it, and then x3 here, so we'll have plus x3. This is for the red group. And now let's work for the green group here. Green. What does x1 on the green group? x1 is 1 here. So we will have x1 is 1. And then x2 here is also 1. So we'll have x2 is 1. And then x3 here is either 0 or 1. So we'll have either 0 or 1. Good. And so from this group here, we will have x1, but we complement it because we work with 0, right? So this one will be x1 complement plus x2 also complement, because that is 1 here. So for the POS, product of sum, f x1, x2, and x3, we will have this group here, x2 plus x3. And then we also have this group here, but this one will be multiplied, so we get the n of them. So we'll have x1 and then plus x2 complement like this. And this one will be the product of sum form. And we get all the answer that is asked by the question, SOP and POS form. And I think that's all for this problem. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.